I wanted to do a video on spreaders or jacks. So I made this one. I bought it's a coupler for a unistrut. This is an Everbuilt I got at Home Depot. It's 1/2 inch by 13 by 3/4. I guess I'll put the number of it in the description. I had to cut it right there to make it fit. This is a 5/8 or a grade 8 bolt. So I'm making these brackets for my Ford bullnose. I'm putting sway bars on it, and we did a 2.5 inch lift kit. So I got 2-inch angle iron, 1/4 inch. You're probably asking yourself, why didn't you just weld it together straight instead of with the 1/4 inch offset? Well, the reason I did that was I want to move the sway bar bushings in a 1/4 inch, because stock they're kind of near the corner. I'm going to do a separate video on the sway bar thing, because there's not very many 4-wheel drive 80s F-150s running around with sway bars, so I'm going to do a whole different video on that. But I wanted to, so I made the mistake of starting the weld right here on the inside. So what that did was made this thing clamp in like that. So I needed a jack or a separator to go in there and spread it back apart. So what I did was went and bought these couplers, and this is a grade 8 bolt. And this is a good idea for anybody out there that's looking for a cheap way. I mean, these things are only a couple bucks. Here's one with 2 grade 8 bolts. If I wanted to cut one down, I'd be able to get them all the way in nice. But I mean, you can see how much you could jack with something like this. And I mean, I'm not positive on the amount of pressure, but what I do know is I hit this with the porta power originally, with the one that separates like that, and it barely moved it. Where with this thing I could dial it in just about anywhere I wanted. And I went a little wide because I think when I pull it out of there it's going to come back in, or I can just clamp it and bring it back to where I want it. Because what I'm going to do on the next one is I'm going to put that in there, get it where I want it. See, what I started with was I did a rosette weld right there, and then what I'm going to do this time is put the jack in there like this one is. Then I'm going to start the weld on the outside, so that will make it spread apart off the heat, but I'll have it clamped also so it won't spread too much. And then I'll come in and do this inside weld last. So they also make them in 3/4, so that's pretty beefy. I could only find a grade 5 bolt for it, but 3/4, I mean, that's pretty big. You get them in 5/8 too. Here's the 3/4 inch one I bought at Home Depot also. I had to get these, you'd think they'd be in the electrical department where the unistrut is, but instead they were over where the all thread is and stuff. So that's where you have to go find them. I'll put in the description what they are and everything. Other thing was, I found when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do before I came up with this, I found this Milton set of vice grips that you can see do spreading. Obviously they're not going to give you the pressure that these will, because like I said, the porta power was rated at 1,000 pounds, and this worked a lot better than the porta power. So just a little idea, save you some money if you're welding, or you get something that bends and you need to jack it back. This is a nice little trick that I hadn't seen anything on the internet. I don't think I looked too hard on YouTube, but it's what I came up with. Hope it helps you. I'll put where to get the stuff in the description, and like and subscribe.